My name is Audrey. I'm a postdoctoral researcher in Jeff Bush's lab at UCSF. A lot of the lab is working on this disease called Craneo Frontal Nasal Syndrome, which I know is like a mouthful, but it's this developmental disease that basically causes problems in the head and skull. And so my project and several other people's projects is trying to figure out how this disease happens. I spend most of my time at the bench or working with cells, and then taking photos and looking at those photos and analyzing those photos to try to figure out what the results of the experiment were. So we grew up kind of all over the place, but I went to high school in San Diego, so that's where I guess I first got interested in biology specifically. My very first biology class, I just thought the whole thing was really fascinating, and I was actually first really interested in neuroscience because I thought the ways that neurons communicate from cell to cell were really fascinating. So then in college, I studied neuroscience. So my dad is trained as an engineer, so he trained in materials science actually, so he's kind of a scientist. My mom's a lawyer, but I have a lot of doctors and scientists in the family, so I guess there are always people around who knew a little bit about medicine at least. Doctors do great work in actually helping patients, and I just think research is a bit more fun for me because you're asking sort of these questions that could have broad applications to many patients, and you get to work in a lab, which I think is really, really fun. The satisfaction of getting a right answer or an answer to a question, which obviously the overarching question is about this disease, but there are many, many smaller questions to be filled in the middle there. And when you can actually design an experiment that asks a specific question and actually get a real answer out of that experiment, that's incredibly satisfying. Ideally, we would like to develop a treatment for this disease, something that if we identified that a kid is going to have this mutation and have this disease, that we could help fix it or at least make it easier to deal with. That is sort of the pie in the sky because there are a lot of hurdles that have to be overcome, but that would be ideal. I mean, being a scientist is flexible to some extent. You have to be very careful about your experiments, so you have to be there whenever your experiments say you have to be there. But it's more flexible in terms of you can kind of set your own schedule. It's not necessarily about when you're here, it's about the work you're getting done. So you're not just doing rote work, and you could potentially make a big contribution to medical science, so that's one thing. But also you have to kind of think on your feet, and every new result can lead you in a new direction. So you never really know exactly where you're going next. So it's really exciting, I think.